Hi, my name's Sean. I don't know if you've discovered this new game. It's called Super Planet Crash. I've actually got my screen set to full screen, so I can't show you the website, but if you go into Google and do a search for Super Planet Crash, you'll find it. Let me tell you a little bit about the screen, the layout, what I've learned, and then you can see what I've got set up going here. Super Planet Crash. First off, a little astronomy lesson. If you're not familiar with astronomical measurement, there's a unit called 1 AU. It stands for astronomical unit. That is the distance from the Earth to the Sun, about 93 million miles and change. Goal of the game is this outer circle right here. That's 2 astronomical units. This is our Sun, the big thing in the middle. That's 2 AUs. Something you can barely see on the screen here, but from about here to here, there's an area that's a little bit lighter. That's the habitable zone. That's an area where a planet could support life. So goal of the game is to put as much weight inside your solar system as you can and get it to survive for 500 years. The planet you get for free, you'll see this little one that's racing around here. That is an Earth, and Earth has a weight of 1. Next heavier is a super Earth, then an ice giant, giant planet, brown dwarf, and dwarf stars. So you can see a dwarf star is 30,000 times heavier than an Earth. Other controls we have is speed up, slow down, pause, take a photograph, end game. When you're learning, you'll be using end game a lot. Actually, it'll end for you. On the other side, we have your chart. The goal is to get your solar system to survive for 500 years. Right now, I'm at almost 100, right there, 129 years. And you want to get as many points as you can. Now, if you fill your screen up with planets of a value of 1, and you've got, where'd we go? Oh, you can have up to 12 objects on your screen. If you fill it up with 12 Earths, you're not going to get very many points, but you probably will survive to 500 years. You can see my Earth planet's got a mass of 1. The next planet I added was this thing. This is actually the dwarf star listed on the bottom. So it has a mass of 30,000. I like to put my dwarf stars right at the edge of the habitable zone. You see that pale area right in here? I like to put my dwarf stars right out on the edge of that. Next thing I like to do, actually I'm experimenting this time. I like to take and put a brown dwarf with a mass of 5,000 as close to the surface of the star as possible. This is awesome. This is perfect. It doesn't get any closer than that. Then what you can try to do is you can try to drop other planets in. If you drop a bunch of Earths in here, this is all going to whirl around and your Earths are going to start slingshotting off the end of the screen. I usually play with super Earths. Today I've played with ice giants, and today I'm actually using a giant planet. Giant planet's got a value of 300. It's this thing going around here. The lines we're seeing, that's the track of the planet. We can see that our dwarf star is making a nice even ring. We can see our Sun in the middle is actually moving around because the center of gravity between the two of those is the spot the Sun is orbiting around. The brown dwarf kind of helps hold the planets in close, but you notice that the Earth and my giant planet are wobbling all over the place. That's okay as long as they don't wobble and pass the 2 AU line. I've had times before I'm up to 150 years. I'm doing better than last time. I was trying to shoot this video and I made it to 121, and don't ask me what happened. I was up looking at this and suddenly I got a game over thing. My red Earth had been thrown outside the 2 AU line. If you're interested in science at all, you want to have a little fun, I can tell you from my experience, I haven't figured out how to get 2 dwarf stars to play nice in the same solar system. I have experimented with putting a dwarf star with a mass of 30,000 here and trying to put one out here. Things don't always go well, and then it's really hard to put anything in the center here. These, because they're so heavy, and these, the dwarf stars and the brown dwarfs, the dwarf star even more, they tend to push things away when things get real close until it crosses a line, then it gets sucked in. So a lot of times what you'll have happen is your little Earth will get a little too close and all of a sudden it gets whipped out. I've had the Earth do like a bunch of orbits around a dwarf star and suddenly get thrown out. It was broken free by the mass of something like this passing by and changing how gravity was, the gravity from the dwarf star was the field it was creating. But anyhow, again, if you've never played Super Planet Crash, it's kind of a quick primer. If you learn anything, let me know. Still learning it myself, but it's a fun game. Thanks. Bye.